deal.
Okay, well, over there.
One big weekend.
okay.
Things are going to get wild.
Yep, Supreme Intelligence, Clayface, and Atlas.
Supreme Intelligence, Clayface, Atlas. Oh, I got to change the names here. We got Ian up top and Skoot on the bottom here. Good luck to both players. This is about to be great. Round 1 of the Corona Consolation Tournament. One big weekend. Virtual Dice Masters fiasco. Let the games begin.
Go ahead, and I'm going to pick up an Atlantis. And then I'm going to use...
Is it coming through echoed to the stream?
And prep it. And then I'll pass you.
Okay.
I think we're hearing it through... I think I can mute this. Here we go. So over to Ian's first turn here. He's got Mask Bolt Shield. Not sure where.
Pride,
oh, he's got a sidekick as well.
I'm going to field a sidekick.
Field a sidekick and go with the Kitty Pride.
I draw 3 from my bag.
Let's see what we got here. Why the Kitty Pride? And it's tinny on their end. Your voice is fine. Yeah, I think it's something about the call, but we'll figure that out here in a bit. Skoot taking turn 2 here. Sidekick as well. 2 bolts, mask, and a fist.
Reroll.
I've got 2 right here. The 7 and the 10-year-old.
Okay.
Looking good.
So I will pick up an Istrid Horn.
Istrid Horn. We've seen this before. It's usually used as a way to shut down static field. Or just a global that you don't want your opponent to be using for the rest of the turn.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. The 2 cards that I think you can't see.
Sorry.
Are Kate.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. I'll use Clayface to bring in Istrid Horn on Double Fist.
There we go. Back up to 4 energy for the rest of this turn.
And then
How is Skoot gonna make it work?
I'll buy a Scarecrow.
Gonna buy Scarecrow, 4 crossed. Control piece, like Scarecrow tends to be. Gonna use the Atlas Global to prep a die from the bag. Little bag management is the icing on the cake.
All right. 4.
Here we go. Nicely done. Another sidekick. Not sure if Ian's looking to gather sidekicks or if the first one was a bit accidental. Gonna reroll, get Bolt Fist. Got 2 wilds though.
I'm going to use a Walk with Elias.
Atlas is Fez.
Then I'm going to
Walk with Elias gonna move 2 sidekicks from the from the used area to the prep area.
Yawning Portal.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Atlas.
Yawning Portal, friends. It's happening. So that's really going to get Ian's team flowing fairly a little more regular.
All right.
Sort of a slow creep towards this Hope Rachel combo. Getting a couple of the preventative pieces out here first. Back over to Skoot. Which Yawning Portal? The Comfortable Inn is banned for this tournament, actually. So this one is... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I have the wrong team again? The team links might be a little scuffed here. Oh, this is not the team I have up. I understand now.
All right, so okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go for Blob.
Okay.
It is the Adventurous Clientele is the Yawning Portal. Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring him in using Clayface on 2 shields.
There you go. Play face it in.
Spend him to buy another Atlantis. Then I'll use
another Atlantis.
Then I'll pass it over to you.
So looking like some action craziness going here for Skoot's
Draw 2.
Skoot's team. Let's see how Ian responds. He's got his Kitty Pride and a Yawning Portal and tons of sidekicks thanks to the Walk with Elias Global. Yawning Portal on double energy, Kitty Pride on single mask. Everybody else sort of smattered about. Gonna keep a bolt. Might be headed for Jubilees soon, now that he has Yawning Portal for that free fielding. Especially since Kitty Pride is going to discount, when fielded, non-Kitty Pride X-Men characters cost 2 less to purchase. Friends, that means Jubilee is going to be at 1 cost.
I'll go first.
I will use. All right, so Kitty Pride, I can buy X-Men for 2 less for this turn.
Gonna get wild, dude.
So I'm gonna buy a Hope Summers.
Gonna buy a Hope Summers for 1 first. Doesn't have enough to buy a Rachel Summers. She would be a 4 cost with this discount.
That's where it is. That's what it is. Double and double? Yes.
Double, toil and trouble. I feel like Thanos, Lawler, Eddie Guerrero, I steal as much essential to have on a team as Combat Static Field. Yeah. Static Field's so gross, man. Only 6 minutes into this game. Players still sort of jockeying for who's going to get set up first. With this
Clayface the Jubilee.
Yeah, with this big discount though, you can just splurge.
2 more Jubilees.
Yikes, Clayface to bring it in on double bolts, spend 1 each for 2 more Jubilees.
Your turn.
That is when the damage will start happening. Jubilee says, when fielded, deal 2 damage to target opponent or character die. Holy! Ian has Kitty out there. Yeah, he just fielded Kitty this turn. So it's a when-fielded ability, so he needs to get Kitty out of the field, to be honest. But maybe he didn't want to clutter up his use pile just yet.
This bull right here.
Scarecrow, oh, unfortunate for Skoot, gets double energy on Scarecrow. Lots of his magic is still in the use pile here. It hasn't come through the bag flow yet. Walk with Elias.
Atlantis over.
Oh, sorry, Supreme Intelligence, going to move an Atlantis over. So doing some professional bag management here. Kind of taking a turn to reset. Didn't want all that in his use pile. He's actually going to be rolling, I think, everything next turn that was already in the use pile.
And
what do we do with 2 masks and a wild?
Awesome. Your turn.
Indeed.
And then I'll use Atlas, prep a die. And
yeah.
I'm going to pick up a static field.
Yeah, he could Nihilor on the opponent's turn. That's so true.
Right,
so true, brother.
Okay.
Bought an action. I actually didn't hear what that was.
Reload.
I'm the worst. Back to Ian's side. We'll see when it comes through the bag. It's going to be exciting for all of us.
1, 2, 3.
Ian draws 4. He has a Yawning Portal and a Jubilee. So really he's hoping for those big boy stats on Jubilee. She's normally 2 to field on her level 3 side. With a 4-3 stat line. She's on she's on her level 1 side of a 2-1 stats.
Those 2.
Sidekicks are good. Now that Ian has purchased a whole bunch of Jubilees, and I imagine that purchase curve is going to continue.
Field that. When Jubilee's fielded, I deal you 2 damage.
There it is. 2 damage to Skoot. Blood has been drawn. He bought a static field.
Sidekick.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm going to use the Atlas Global.
Atlas Global. Going to pull 1 from the bag for next turn.
Sidekick and Danny Moonstar.
Is he going to keep a mask here for some KO shenanigans? It looks maybe that way.
All right. So refill the bag.
Let's see. But like I was saying, now that Ian has those Jubilees purchased, he wants as many sidekicks in the field as possible so that he can just keep the flow going turn after turn. That 2 damage burn on Skoot here. Ooh, let the party start. Oh, sorry. We got attacks from... Oh, no. That's from the other game. Sorry. There's 2 games happening at Ian's house.
Yes.
Right.
But Skoot got his blob.
Okay.
Oh, the blob was on character face. Rerolled for double shield. Has an Atlantis.
Go ahead. I'm going to use all 8 and pick up a Thanos.
Gonna get Thanos, because why not, folks? Let the games begin. Skoot needs some characters, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm just going to pass. I'll pass to you.
All right, I'm going to use my Nylor Global and knock out Jubilee.
That's right. Gonna knock out his own Jubilee so we can continue to refield that Scooter Booter. Now, he won't have Yawning Portal this turn when he
4.
pulls all these Jubilees, which is sort of a shame. He also has a Hope Summers. He can copy Rachel if he wants that. He wants to knock everything out, right? Which at this point, if Skoot has no field, knocking out everything on both sides is actually pretty good for Ian, because he would get all of his Jubilees back to the prep.
Rachel Summers.
Okay.
Field the Sidekick.
Thanos is inevitable. You right.
And back to you.
I'm going to spend one of these bolts.
Lots of bolts.
To field Jubilee and deal you 2 more damage.
There it is.
Right.
2 more damage to Skoot, down to 16. And that's how this game's going to work for Ian anyway. Things are going to get much more interesting when that Thanos comes along, and he's going to be forced to block, though.
Another Yawning Portal.
He doesn't have overcome.
All right.
Another Yawning Portal. Again, this is to help with fielding costs for Jubilees,
Pass it to you.
as well as getting a discount. I mean, he could reach for something fairly big. I mean, he could straight up purchase a Rachel Summers if he fields a couple things on the same turn. Oh, I lied. This is not the... I keep thinking of the only Yawning Portal that I've ever played with. I apologize. Some would call this one the good one. Skoot not having the rolls that he's looking for today. Atlantis is on action. There's a Scarecrow.
so-
We've got a character die now.
I'll field the Scarecrow. And I'm going to name.
See, the problem here is that
I'll
Ian's
name
already
Jubilee.
done a substantial amount of his purchasing for this game. So yes, while blocking Jubilee, the right move, it's not going to be as effective as if that Scarecrow would have come through, a turn or 2 ago.
And then I'm gonna feel
That Kitty Pride's so gross,
I'll pass priority.
especially with all these great 3-cost X-Men characters.
Go ahead. I'm going to use Supreme Intelligence.
Supreme Intelligence with double
Roll
generic.
even Atlantis over.
That's what we like to see. And we got double fist on Istrid Horn.
And
It is.
What's going to be the play?
I'll go ahead.
I mean,
I'm gonna use
Atlas.
Atlas.
Yep, Atlas to prep 1.
There we go.
And just a sidekick coming out for
And
next
I'm just gonna
turn.
pass over to you.
Just going to pass
I'm
the
gonna use
turn.
the Nihilor Global to knock out Kitty Pride.
Knocking out
Alright.
Kitty Pride. Gonna go for the discount.
Text that Hope has is that when another X-Men character dies KO'd, KO all other characters. So that
Uh-huh.
would
So Hope Summers was copying Rachel here, and exactly like I might have thought, he KOs everything. So even having that Scarecrow, Skoot is in hot water again. We'll see how many of these Ian can roll back on
What,
his
sorry?
turn.
I was passing priority back to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got nothing. So
Okay.
go ahead, your turn.
Skoot passes turn 1, getting 3 from the use pile here. These are going to be juicy pulls for Ian. Let's see if he can get some more of Yawning Portal. Oh my.
Goodness.
That was maybe the juiciest right there. So he needs Yawning Portal here to be able to afford. Oh my. Ian rolling like a god right now. He'd really love this Kitty Pride as well. It's currently on single mask.
Black Widow.
But this is going to be big damage here. This is going to be a swingy turn. Lots of things going to happen, especially with the effect of Yawning Portal.
Not at all. It's the first time I've ever seen it. But
Yikes. Missed Kitty Pride, but I don't think it's a huge deal.
Wow.
Like I said, Ian's pretty much got
Mm-hmm.
I really looked at it.
everything bought that he
Field
needs
both
this
of
game.
those,
It's
which
just
is
going to be
For 4.
win more.
Yeah. And I'll
4
prep
more to
2
Skoot.
dice.
He's going to prep 2 because when Yawning Portal says,
Sidekick.
till the end of turn, every time you field a character, you can prep a die from your bag.
Right.
Fields a sidekick, which again is awesome because any sidekicks that are in the field are not floating around in his bag. Atlas Global going to try to empty this bag out prior to next turn. And I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to see maybe 1 Jubilee attack here. Save the other one for the KO for Hope
3
Summers.
to buy another Jubilee.
All right.
Gonna buy another Jubilee.
And,
Since Scarecrow is gone, that effect +4 cost is gone. Thank goodness. Can't buy anything for +4.
Okay.
Looks like he's not gonna attack. Just gonna sit on it.
All right.
Keep it for some blockers, especially if this Thanos comes around this turn.
Refill the bag.
Skoot's got 1 in the bag. He's gonna draw 3. Come on, get that Thanos. Oh, Istrid and Atlantis are back. We got Atlantis on action face, and a whole bunch of question marks. He really would like Scarecrow and Istrid here.
I want to see what it does. I can't see the other side of him.
I imagine. I mean, it's gonna be sort of in some hot water. Sort of in some hot water. Why is this? Why are you like this?
Yeah.
It's literally seeing like the side of the light bulb. Whatever.
That's kind of brutal.
Gonna re-roll here, hoping for a sidekick or two, I think. Another Atlantis.
Okay.
Istrid Horn is here as well.
So let's see.
Yep, we're cooking with gas now, Skoot.
The fish.
The
I'll go
fish.
ahead, I'm gonna field an Ishrid Horn. Now I'm gonna name Nihilor.
Okay.
Also gonna field a Scarecrow. And I'm gonna name Jubilee.
Oh, Black Widow
Okay.
again. Kind of playing outside the views on him.
So again, knocking down some purchase power from Ian, but
And then
his purchasing stage of this game is over. He's just gonna cycle these Jubilees until the cows come home. Like I said, until Thanos shows up, this game's sort of gonna go a little more of the same. But I am super excited for when Thanos hits the board.
Right, and,
It's a shame that these Atlantises have not paid off yet. Just not getting the rolls. Them Atlantis, that's right.
So I'm going to use
Walking the Lies.
Atlas and Prepidai.
And then I will.
Atlas comes out first. Atlantis plural is Atlanti.
I'm
gonna use Atlantis. And I'm going to.
There we go. He's going to use the Atlantis. Going to use Atlantis to move everything back over that he didn't want to spend this turn.
Yes, correct.
I will pass back.
So Nihilor's Global is shut off, and the purchasing of Jubilee is +4. So,
Those go over.
Skoot gets to hold on to some blockers for this turn. That's good news. And he could potentially mess up the, well, at least deter Ian for one turn here while he can't use Nihilor Global.
2, 3.
Now, I wonder if Skoot kept himself... Ooh, man, that would have been awesome. If Skoot would have kept a mask of his own,
I'm gonna miss her.
he could use the Nihilor Global, right? It's not both sides. Istrid. Choose a target global ability. If you do, it cannot be used this turn or any of its effects immediately. So he could have used Nihilor on his turn to get that Istrid potentially refielded next turn. Something to think about. Maybe a little something. All right, one Jubilee and one Yawning Portal.
Field the sidekick.
Sidekick going to the field.
Play Yawning Portal. Field Jubilee.
Burn me for 2.
There it is.
Yeah.
2 down to 10. Scoot,
Okay.
half life gone, but we know that the punching power of Thanos is coming. Thanos Jerry Lawler is absolutely disgusting. Atlas Global going to allow a prepping of a die for Ian, just really keeping that bag moving across. Got 2 bolts, shield, mask. I imagine he keeps the mask for the Nihilor Global.
3 more, right?
Sorry? Yes, that's correct.
Jubilee costs way more. Is it +3 or +4? Did I just misquote this card like a dingus McCringus? It is +3. Wow. So Jubilee effectively a 6 cost. Holy moly.
There we go. I will field Black Widow.
We don't really have any great... I mean, he could use Supreme Intelligence. He could use Supreme Intelligence to get that Yawning Portal for next turn.
And I'll pass it to you.
But I think his bag is so lean, he's just like, I'll just get it anyway. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. There's a significant number of sidekicks out there floating around.
All right.
Over to What Up CRGameroom with some tacos.
Okay,
Scoot's turn. There's Thanos, big boy Thanos, the blue die at the bottom of his screen here.
4 for Riddler and then 4 for
Holy manoli. We also have that action.
Yeah.
But it's on double energy. Just going to use it for 2 generics.
Yay.
Oh, it's Thanos time. It is
so
Thanos
I'm gonna
team.
field Thanos. Oh, whoops.
I like how excited Skoot is. Really loving the thing. Putting the love in the Thanos.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use Clayface and bring in Atlantis on double shield.
Okay.
Hold a
Deal a
mask. That's
sidekick.
right. Always hold a mask. All right, here comes Thanos.
Wait, shield.
For those that don't know the text, it says
And then
Thanos.
I will use Atlantis.
When Thanos deals overcrush damage to an opponent, double that damage.
And I'll move this one over.
So we're going to see some attacks here. Ian has lots of blockers. Not going to be a whole mess of damage done to him. But really, any damage that is done will get doubled. Yeah, a little sigh after he looks at Ian's field. He's got
I'm going to attack with Thanos.
2 level
and
1s.
Horn.
No, sorry.
I'm going to use
A 1, a 2, and a 3.
Jerry Lawler and Booker T. So I'm going to use
Roll mask then.
Booker T to force a sidekick to block Thanos.
All right, sidekick has to block.
And then
So the damage will be done. It'll just matter how many other blockers are assigned here.
Somerset?
It is level 1, which is a 1 attack, 2 defense.
She's a 1/2. So I think the combined blocker stats or defensive stats is 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's on 2, 4, 3. I'm also going to
Probably like
force that
16.
Jubilee to block my Ishrid Horn.
Yes.
Oh, Jubilee has to block Istrid
And
Horn.
then-
Interesting.
And then I'm so sorry. This is really badly worded. So I'm going to restart. So I had 2 shields and a fist. I use
You can't
one
choose-
shield
you
to
can't
force
choose-
a sidekick to block Thanos,
Who to block?
and then the other shield to force the 4/3 Jubilee to block Ishrid Horn. And then I use the fist with Jerry Lawler to double Thanos' attack.
Okay, so the sidekick is blocking Thanos.
Oh, sorry, I'll block with back.
The 2/4/3 is blocking Istrid Horn, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
use my mask
Yeah.
and my static field
Sorry,
global
I did that after.
Uh-huh.
to send Thanos back out of the attack zone.
All right,
Static field
And then
instead
I
of
believe that-
Nihilor.
KO's your Istrid Horn, correct?
correct.
Istrid Horn going to get knocked out
Alright.
by the Jubilee. It's not going to kill the Jubilee, which is best case scenario for Skoot, trying to keep those
1,
Jubilees in the
2,
field.
3.
But eventually it's going to come down to not having enough
I won't change my mind now.
killing Lita to prevent Lawler. Ooh,
4.
Jerry Lawler, man, that card is busted. There's 2 yawning portals and a Kitty Pride on double masks.
Didn't see that coming.
I imagine we don't need all of these yawning portals, but maybe we keep both just for jollies. Looks like he's gonna re-roll both. Doesn't really even want the Kitty Pride. He does get a double energy here from
let's
one of the
see.
yawning portals, which is gonna just get some of that purchase power higher. You reach for a mastermind last turn when things started to get shook up. Skoot now sort of has a
What I needed to get.
capitalized on the pacing of the match. Don't forget the force attack.
Let me use the Atlas global.
He's dying, huh? Nice. Ian has
My
static field. Yeah, without Istrid, this is going to be a time.
Yep. So that's 2 more damage.
But Ian's going to be able to KO everything this turn, or at the end of, in the middle of Skoot's next turn. The Istrid Horn global, the Istrid Horn is not in the field anymore.
All right, I'll pass back.
All right, your turn.
Going to keep so many energies.
I attack with Danny Moon.
I
Knock out so
have
much
3
stuff.
in my bag.
3 in the bag. Scoot's going to refill and pull 1 more. I'm trying to think of best case scenario here.
And Riddler would have finished it off. Thank you, you too.
It is the action
2
die.
cards I hadn't seen yet.
Static field on action face, as is Blob. I think this is the intimidate all sidekicks Blob. That would make sense for the team list. But I don't actually remember. Let me get his team pulled up real quick for you lads and lassies out there in TV land.
Ah,
Skoot not having the roles he wants, man. That's sort of the
I guess.
sort of been the move thus far. What was I saying? Blob. Your opponent may not purchase a field character dice with the printed purchase cost of 2.
So I'll use Supreme Intelligence. Oh wait, I can't do that yet. I'm sorry.
It works. I didn't see it coming.
We got a Blob in the field, though. Going to soak up some damage or be a blocker if
Oh, I'm
Jubilees
sorry.
start flying.
No wait, no.
Holding the energy static
Take it back,
fields.
okay.
Is that the whole... Is that while active?
Yeah. She's
Yeah, while Blob is active, your opponent may not purchase or field character dice with a purchase cost of 2.
a lot of fun.
Printed purchase cost of 2, which is important because...
Well, we have a agreement
And then
I mean, Static Field's a 2 cost and Yawning Portal's a 2 cost. Otherwise, it's just for the stats
yeah, I'll
that
use
Scoot's bringing
Good
that
Intelligence to move that one over.
Gigantor blob in here.
And then I'll pass to you and end my turn.
Alright, I'm gonna use a mask to KO a Jubilee.
Yep,
Alright.
here goes the big boom.
Clears the field.
Oh, mine as well. That's right.
KO everything. So, I mean, Thanos is in the prep area. It has to be refielded again, which is sort of a
Yes.
stretch. But this is sort of sketchy. Like, if Ian misses his rerolls here, if he doesn't roll characters and then Thanos comes out and he just bashes him with Istrid Horn Thanos, you know, like, this is actually sort of a sketchy turn. But rolling this many characters at a time,
That kind of throws
the
off.
odds would say
Bag rotation.
you're going to have some characters.
If you're not careful.
Oops. So we'll put that there. There.
Ian just putting away some fielding
I'll
costs.
roll this one.
There's another one. Wow.
Okay, so
So much damage.
Psychic's free, Mastermind is free.
Field.
The 3 Jubilees will cost 3.
Ooh, so that's 6 damage. I'm down to 4.
Yikes. Big boosted damage.
Pass priority.
And I don't think he's got
I'm
enough
gonna pass that.
static field
Alright,
masks
I'll attack
to
the wall.
hold it.
Yep. And that's it.
And that's the game,
man.
folks.
You seem to miss a lot of rolls there early.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Scoot
early
not
game.
getting the rolls
I
he was
did
looking for.
Get Thanos out there, but it was just too late. You were rolling.
Yeah, that Thanos is hard to move it.
Mhm.
It's brutal when it comes through though. It's,
Oh, for sure. If I
Yeah,
had gotten
Jerry Lawler
Istrid
is
Horn to come up
nasty.
that last time and shut down Static Field.
yeah, that would have
Mm-hmm.
that could have been
Would have changed the tides of
But
time.
with but yeah, you got Static Field. Yeah,
Indeed.
Hope Summer's clearing the field.
yeah.
Yeah.
That combination I'm hoping will get me somewhere, but we'll see how it stops it. And that is, I'm not gonna lie, you a little worried.
I was just tough rolls early, and yeah, good game though for
That
sure.
feels early.
Enjoyed it.
It was a super good game.
Thanks, Ross.
Yep.